Hello, my friend. It's so great to see you here again. Today we're going on a little journey together. Grab your coffee and take a deep breath. If you're ready, let's begin. Right now you're most likely lying on a bed or a couch. There's a blanket on you, a pillow under your head. Maybe your air conditioning is running. Your door is locked. Nobody can come in from outside. You feel safe. But this comfort is a very small part of human history. For thousands of years, our ancestors didn't sleep like this. They had no doors. They had no beds. They had nothing that made them feel safe. Despite all those difficulties, they survived. Today I'm going to tell you how people slept before settled life, in the prehistoric era. Where did they sleep? How did they protect themselves against predators? What did they do in the freezing cold of winter? How did they organize themselves to protect their families? First, let me clarify something. What do we mean when we say the hunter-gatherer period? The discovery of agriculture by humanity happened approximately 12,000 years ago. What was there before agriculture was discovered? A period of approximately 2.5 million years. And throughout this entire period, humans were hunter-gatherers. What does this mean? You didn't stay in one fixed place. There was no farm, no house, no village. You gathered your food from nature. Fruits, roots, insects, wild plants. You had to hunt animals. Sometimes you ate the leftovers of what other animals had killed. You got wet when it rained, scorched when the sun beat down, and frozen when the cold came. Every night you had to lie down somewhere and sleep. But where? How? Trusting whom? Millions of years ago, humans slept in trees. Why trees? The answer is simple. The ground below was dangerous. Lions, leopards, hyenas, wild dogs. All of them hunted at night. They all lived everywhere on the ground. A human who could climb a tree was largely protected from these dangers. Leopards could climb trees, but might not be able to see you. Lions, on the other hand, couldn't climb trees at all. So the tree was like the first security system. But over time, humans changed. They started sleeping on the ground more and more. This transition wasn't easy. Sleeping on the ground was more dangerous. But humans compensated for this with other things. Sleeping in groups A, human sleeping alone makes an easy prey. But a group of 10, 20 people? That's a much safer situation. Hunter-gatherer humans lived in small groups called bands. These groups were usually between 15 and 50 people. All people who knew each other, trusted each other. Relatives, close friends, elders, children. They moved together. They slept together. At night, a fire would be lit around the group. And fire served two functions. First, warmth. Second, protection. The vast majority of predatory animals were afraid of fire. A group camping beside a glowing fire was much more protected against dangers coming from the dark. But the fire could go out. And if everyone fell asleep during the night, danger would begin. This is where an interesting quality of human sleep comes in. Not everyone needed to sleep at the same time. Research conducted today shows us the following. In a group of 30 people, at any given moment, at least 2 people are awake or sleeping very lightly. These people are unknowingly keeping watch. When danger comes, they hear it first. They give the alarm first. Morning people, night people, light sleepers, deep sleepers. Having all of these together in one group was beneficial to the group, because at every hour someone was awake. This is why sleep types are so varied today. This is why some people are naturally night people and some are morning people. Hunter-gatherers used two types of shelters, natural ones and constructed ones. The most important natural shelters were caves. A cave offered incredible advantages. The wind was cut off. Rain couldn't get in. The inside was relatively warm. And most importantly, it had only one entrance, meaning if danger came, it could only come from one direction. The group only needed to watch that one direction. Caves weren't always available. Other animals liked caves too. Entering a cave required thoroughly checking the inside first. What did they do when there was no cave? They took shelter between tree roots, at the base of rocks, inside dense bushes. They lay down among tall grasses. They sat leaning their backs against a large rock or tree. Some groups also built simple structures, from branches, leaves, and animal skins. Archaeologists found traces of leaf beds dating back approximately 77,000 years in southern Africa. From this far back in history, humans were consciously preparing their sleeping places. These leaf beds reveal something else interesting. Traces of insect-repelling plants were found inside them, meaning the people of that era knew which plants kept insects away. And they spread these plants in their beds, intelligence coming from thousands of years ago. Summer was difficult for sleeping, but winter was deadly. Hunter-gatherers made seasonal migrations. As food decreased and the weather got colder, they moved. To the south, to warmer regions, to places where they could find food. Sometimes winter would strike suddenly. Sometimes moving was more dangerous. And what did they do then? They came together. On cold nights, the group slept huddled close to each other. Bodies warmed each other. Children were placed in the middle. Elders were put in sheltered spots. Animal skins were shared. The fire was kept burning all night. This physical closeness wasn't just for warmth. It also met an emotional need. Being together as a group gave a sense of security. You felt that you weren't alone. Someone was awake with you. Someone was watching over you. The sleep pattern in winter changed too. Days were short, nights were long. People slept more. Perhaps 9, 10, even 11 hours a day. The body went into energy conservation mode, less movement, more sleep. Research shows that even today people want to sleep more in winter. When it gets dark, the sleep hormone is released earlier. This instinct is still in us, a legacy of millions of years. Protecting the children. The greatest danger for a group was always the children. Small, slow, defenseless. Easy prey for predators. In hunter-gatherer communities, children were never left alone. At night they slept beside their mother or father. Babies were kept tied to the mother's body, even during sleep. This provided both warmth and security. When a baby cried, danger began. A loud sound could attract predators. For this reason, mothers responded instantly to every sound their baby made. Even during sleep, one ear stayed on the baby. This is also called half sleep. While one part of the brain is asleep, another part is listening to the baby. Mothers of newborns today know this very well. When the baby starts crying in the other room, the mother wakes up immediately. But other sounds in the house don't wake her up. The brain filters a specific sound and only sounds the alarm when that sound comes. This trait formed millions of years ago. So what strategy did people follow against predators in that period? Fire became the greatest weapon. Humanity learning to control fire is one of the greatest turning points in history. Controlling fire also affected sleep quality. Fire kept predators away. Lions couldn't approach fire. But beyond fire, there were other strategies too. High places were preferred. A camp set up on top of a hill or on a rock was much safer than one on flat ground, because predators generally didn't attack going uphill. It was easier to see downward from above. Water sources were complicated. Water was vitally important, so camps were set up near water. But water sources were also where predators came. All animals had to drink water. So, sleeping near water was both necessary and dangerous. Over time, dogs also became part of the picture. About 15,000 years ago, dogs began to be domesticated. From that day on, dogs became a perfect alarm system for humans. The smallest movement, the faintest scent, would wake a dog. This cooperation benefited both humans and dogs. Dogs began sleeping together with humans in exchange for food scraps and security. What was the sleep pattern like? Modern humans generally sleep 7 or 8 hours at one time. Hunter-gatherers didn't sleep like this. Researchers studied communities that still maintain a hunter-gatherer lifestyle today. The Hadza in Tanzania, the Tsimane in Bolivia, the Juhwansi in Namibia. And they saw this. These people kept waking up during the night and going back to sleep. The average bedtime was 3 to 4 hours after sunset. In the morning they woke up just before or right after sunrise. But in between they woke up once or twice. They'd listen to their surroundings for a few minutes or half an hour, then fall back to sleep. Then a short sleep at midday too. Moving around in the midday heat was both tiring and dangerous. Lying down in the shade and taking a short sleep during those hours was common. This habit may actually be humanity's natural sleep rhythm. A similar pattern existed in medieval Europe too. People slept divided into 2 parts at night, but with the Industrial Revolution, this changed. Artificial light extended the night. Working hours shaped the sleep pattern, and sleeping in one block of 7 or 8 hours became the norm. Today's video ends here. We hope you enjoyed it. If you want to improve your English, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You can also write in the comments what content you'd like to see on our channel. Sleep well.